Okay, here we go. We're going to see Allister in Chicago. First, we have to drop the river dog off at my sister's. And then, Josh, why do we have to go to the mall?
Because I ripped my pants.
I don't know if they can hear you.
They probably can't. Someone beeping at you.
Oh, hi. How are you?
The dog, and I'm like, that looks like river.
Yeah, it is. Yay. Where you go? Where's my baby? Who are those dogs? Hi, baby. Copper's here. Copper always bothers you, huh? My little Hazel, how are you? Hi, Copper. Who's that back there? Hazel, don't you bark at your aunt. Alright. Josh split his pants, so we're running late. Better go. Bye, Ruby. Don't let Copper hump you. Don't you let that doggy hump you. That doggy likes to hump.
But they did have. He didn't even see you.
Are you serious?
He was looking right through you.
Really?
Yeah.
Every time something like that happens, it just like freaks me out now ever since the accident, because it makes you realize how easy it is for someone to just hit you like all the time. Like just every day you just come so close. At least Josh got his new pants.
I did get new pants.
Emergency pants.
Emergency pants.
So Josh found this, the almond milk Starbucks, which is vegan, and it's new, and he didn't buy me one.
That is yours.
Now. So the first time I saw Allister was in Cherry Valley, and they used to play in like this rec room, and it was just like a tile room like you would see in like a church or something, above a fire station downtown. And my friends and I would drive from where we went to school, and we'd go see them, and they'd be touring with the Benjamins, which were also on Drive-Thru Records, and I saw them there like a couple of times. I started liking Allister because I liked New Found Glory. They were on Drive-Thru Records, so I just started listening to all the bands on Drive-Thru Records. Like, that's how I found something corporate. And who else was on Drive-Thru Records? Homegrown, Riddling Kids. Who else? Allister.
Yeah.
You never, the Starting Line?
Yes, that's one. That's what I was trying to.
Finch. Remember when we saw Finch a couple years ago in Milwaukee, and they were like weird and horrible now? I don't know. I just liked any band that was on Drive-Thru. And then I was walking around my college campus, which was somewhat near Chicago, where Allister's from, and I had an Allister patch on my backpack, and some girl came up to me and she's like, "Oh, you like Allister? I know the guys from Allister. They hang out here sometimes." And I went home and I was talking to Scotty on AOL, who's in the band, and I was like, "I met one of your friends today," and we were talking, and I remember have I told you the story before? I haven't told them.
I don't know that I remember.
So we were talking on AOL, and he invited me to go play volleyball with him and his friends.
Yeah, that's
and I was just like too starstruck. Like I was too I could never have done. I was too shy. You know, there was no way. So I missed my chance, and I never met him. I just couldn't believe when. What are you laughing at me?
No, I was like.
Are you laughing at me because I have my blog voice?
No, I didn't even think of it.
I do have my blog voice on. I'm not talking like regular conversation.
You might blog voice, yeah.
I'm talking a little bit like I'm talking to the camera, even though I'm not. That's very hard to act natural.
Do you do that in class? Do you have a teacher voice?
I think I probably have a teacher voice. I mean, something happens when you walk into the classroom and you start teaching where you just, it almost feels like you have multiple personalities, because all of a sudden you're just like teacher mode, and it's different, and sometimes I don't know how I even do it. Like sometimes I'm going to class, like I'm gonna have to teach class, and I'm just like, I am not in the mood, I am not even like a little bit like feeling like I'm gonna pull this off, and then I just get in the classroom and all of a sudden like something takes over and I'm just like a professor, and it's weird, kind of. Josh is changing his pants right now as I'm driving.
It's very difficult. New jeans fit perfect.
They fit perfect. You didn't even try them on. I hate men. I have to try on 55 pairs of jeans before I can find one that fits me.
Well, they put the size on it.
He can just run in and buy any pants that are his size and just be like, yep, they'll fit. These work. Take the ticket.
Take the ticket. Welcome.
Every time we get on the train in Chicago, Josh's insulin pump goes out.
Sometimes it does.
So this is an adventure every time.
I think it's gone out once.
No, it's definitely every time we're on the L. Every time, it's like
a battery or.
It's yeah. You lose your battery. The thing rips out of your stomach. Something happens, and you're almost gonna die every time.
It is always something. That's true.
It's cold. It's a very, very cold.
Doors closing.
I still want that sound. I want that sound on my phone. The Bing Bong song.
California is next.
I wish it was California.
Doors open on the right at California.
Eating at the diner. Meat free since '83. Look at all this food. All vegan. This is why. This is why you can be an unhealthy vegan. And also, I'm about to gain back all 14.5 pounds that I've lost. Look at this motherfucker right here.
It's mine.
He ordered this, but they put 2 straws in it.
And 2 spoons.
And 2 spoons.
But that doesn't mean I have to share. I thought you didn't want any of that.
Pick it up and see if there's a dial tone.
Yeah, I'm not touching it.
Yeah, don't touch it. Never mind. Here it is. I knew it was going to be small. It was really small. Okay, look at me. I pulled on this because I thought it was coming from his hair. It's not. It's coming from his eyebrow.
Just get rid of it. Yank it.
I don't know if I can get it.
Yeah, you can. Pull it.
Oh, you're an old man now.
God, I did not like that.
Old man. So I think when I saw them above the fire station in Cherry Valley, it was actually bigger than this place.
What's up, Chicago?
We should have done this when we were like 24, not 40. If you guys know the words to this song, can you please help us sing along? Somewhere down in 14, that's a place we used to go to get away from it all. Somewhere down in 14, that's a place we used to go. I feel trying to figure out why it feels so wrong when it felt so right for you to go. So please don't go away. What you still stay with me for that long. Never lasting, please don't go away. Just want you to stay with me for that long.
So you know what I liked about that show was that they were saying how old they were a bunch of times, and they were like we can't do the same things we did 20 years ago, but looking out at the crowd, it looks like you guys are kind of right there with us.
Right, we
That
were
was
all
one of
old
the
as fuck.
oldest that was
Yeah,
one of the oldest
we were all
crowds that
old
we've
as
been
fuck.
in. Usually, like if we go see like Panic at the Disco, we're like the parents' age. But you know how I know that I'm kind of old but not totally old is that like even just a couple of years ago, like I insisted on being in the first 3 rows. Like
did,
I was
yes.
gonna get up to the front
Yes.
and jump around no matter what. And now I'm kind of like, you know what? Let row 12 is okay because we're by the bar. but then how I know I'm not that old is that when a certain song comes on, and you know, I wouldn't have expected it to be Somewhere Down in Fullerton because it never was one of my favorites, but it is one of their most popular. I wouldn't have expected that to be the song that would drag me up front, but it was.
It was.
So I'm not that old.
And I
because-
watched your coat.
And I threw my coat at Josh. I'm like, here.
Right.
Okay, so Josh says that as soon as I walked out of the bar, Scotty was standing right
He
there.
was.
And I didn't even look. Like, I didn't even register his face. I was just like, okay, we're leaving. And then I was pissed because I was like,
I
oh,
recognize
I would have
his
said
hair.
something. I would have said something. I would have said something stupid. But then it would have ended up just like when I met New
Right,
Found Glory.
yes, yes.
And I
And then
told
there would've
Chad
been-
that I had like
right.
a poster of New
And there
Found
would've
Glory on
been
my
hurt
wall, even
ankles.
though I was 30.
Right.
And then I felt really stupid.
Right, and you would have fallen on the floor. And you don't want any of that.
And then I fell and I twisted
Right.
my ankle
Yeah.
really bad afterwards,
Yeah.
just because I was like, oh my god, I met New Found Glory.
Right, because you had it was
And
like
then-
an old person moment.
I was really old.
Trash in
Who
there.
made this trash can over here?
On the other side of the track.
Who's going to that trash can?
Look at over this side. Look,
There's a trash
one right
can?
there, and there's one right there. They're 14
How
feet
are
away
you-
from each
you
other.
can't walk across the trash. I want to see somebody throw something out the window into that trash can.
I know, right? At 30 miles an hour.
Here we are. This is our favorite L stop. There's Demos. Demos!
I like stands.
Yeah, I know.
I like stands,
I like Demos.
but I like stands.
Follow the pizza.
The pizza, the Pac-Man pizza.
Follow the pizza. Holy
gonna
shit,
stand
it's
in line
crowded. This is what I love about Chicago, is that it can be 1 in the morning and you can get a vegan pizza with French fries on it.
I barely remember you being not vegan. Like, I mean, I know we did all
I know, but I've only been vegan for a year and a half, and I've known you for
Almost.
4 years, 4.5.
almost 5.
Things are not that much different.
Yours was not different at all.
We came here before I was
You came
vegan.
here and you got different pieces of pizza.
Right, exactly.
And I got different pieces of pizza.
Yeah. And now we get the good kinds.
Yeah, okay.
This is
Hey, this is our stop. Yeah. Time to go home.
Time to go home.
Long drive.
Long drive.
You'll be sleeping the entire way. because
3
that's what
quarters
you
at least.
always do.
I'll probably be asleep.
I drive. He sleeps.
Hey, I offered to drive.
No, the last
No.
time Josh drove home, he drove us like almost off the fucking interstate.
No.
Yes, I grabbed the steering wheel. I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like,
Yeah, but now I have a
he
car.
was falling asleep.
But now I have a car that can drive itself.
Laying Nope, I always have to drive
But
because I'm the only one who could stay awake.
I said, hey, Bren, do you want me to drive tonight? And
I
you
said, no, I don't want to die.
Someone down a